have several new products that I want to try, so let's do a get ready with me using some of these products. I did pick up the new YSL eyeshadow palette, the new Guerlain powder, Byredo mascara, some Hermes products, some Chanel as well, and of course I'll throw in some old favorites of mine. But yeah, I really wanted to try this new eyeshadow palette from YSL because I do love the YSL, the Couture Mini Clutch palettes. I have pretty much all of them, but this is the new one that they came out with. It is limited edition and it's number 24 Golden Lace. And you can see from the outside packaging that it is different from the original. Let me go ahead and show that to you. Here's the original Couture Mini Clutch palettes. It looks like they're, you know, famous clutch. And this is the new limited edition one, Golden Lace. The versatile eyeshadows are encased in an inclusive silver quilted palette that's easy to carry for on-the-go touch-ups. This formula is enriched with precious oils, which is easy to apply and feel soft on the skin. You know, I kind of like this, but I like the original ones better. I don't know, it just looks a little bit more luxurious to me. But this is nice too with the white and gold lace. And when you do open it up, it does have a clasp closure. It's not magnetic, you know, kind of like a clutch. And you do get brushes in here and a mirror. And let's take a look at what's inside this palette. I have to say it's pretty much, you know, very common shades in here, your golds and browns. But for me, I do like the YSL formula. And the 4 colors in here complement each other that I can probably take this with me to travel with and make several looks with this palette. This one does cost $68. It is pricey, but it is YSL. And I hope you can see the embossing in here. It's very pretty. Of course, it's going to be gone after a few uses. But anywho, let me go ahead and swatch this one for you. I haven't even touched it yet. Oh yeah, pretty much the embossing already went away. Just a couple of swirls with my finger and yeah, with this gold shade, yeah, it already went away. So here's this gold shade. It's kind of like a shadow topper. And I would say it's kind of like a white, yellowy gold. Now let's go to the next shade. It's very creamy. And I think this is more like a yellow gold. And it is smoothing. It's not very glittery. Because the eyeshadow palette that I just used, the one by Gucci, that one does have some glitter particles in there, which can irritate the eye and make a big mess underneath your eyes. The colors are pretty in that palette, but yeah, that's one thing I just didn't like about it. So let's go into this matte shade, the only matte shade in this palette. Kind of like a neutral brown. And then the last shade, again, this is very creamy. It is made with some oils. I think sweet almond oil and coffee seed oil, I believe. Very creamy, very smooth. And here is the brownie bronze shade. So here are the shades in this palette, Golden Lace. And these are the colors that I tend to go to. I know I'm pretty boring, but these are kind of like my everyday shades. Let's go ahead and prime my eyes. Let's go with the Fenty Beauty Primer. This palette, I believe, came out several weeks ago, and it's still available on the YSL website. And there have been a lot of new releases of makeup for this holiday season. And pretty much what I'm showing you today are the ones that I got for this holiday. I saw the new collection for Chanel, one with the purple and pinks. Let me just look on the Chanel website so I can see. Yeah, there's the purple and pink. I believe that's the face palette, the eyeshadow and blush palette. Didn't pick that one up. They have some lacquer lipsticks, didn't pick any of those up. They do have a liquid liner, which I did pick the one up from Hermes, so I didn't pick the one from Chanel. And then the 2 eyeshadow palettes, I believe that's for winter or fall, with the greens and the browns. I think they're all mattes. I didn't pick any of those up as well. And there were also blushes and highlighters. Yeah, nothing that really interests me. And I know that those are very popular, but I know I'm not gonna wear it, and I'm just trying to keep my budget in check, especially for this Christmas. So yeah, I didn't pick any of those up, but I did pick up this one because I know I would use it. So let's go into this matte shade, the only matte shade in this palette. And just kind of concentrate you in the outer corner. Oh yeah, very smoothing. Look at that, pigmented. I love the formula in these shadows from YSL. And that's pretty much all you need to do. You can build it up if you like. Let's go ahead and try it. Give you a little bit more definition there in the outer corner. But really, these shadows are easy to apply. I have to say that this matte shade is a little bit more on the cooler side on my skin tone, which isn't bad. It looks pretty good, doesn't look dirty. Yeah, I can pretty much use this as a one and done if I'm really in a hurry. But for this look, I think we're gonna use more than one. This shade I know I'm gonna use on my lids. This pretty bronzy shade. So let's apply you here on my lids. Let's just concentrate in the center. And let me just use the first brush and just blend that out. For this look, I don't think I'll be reaching for this gold shade. I just want to concentrate on these three. We have many shades like this in our collection, especially the gold shade. So yeah, I'm not going to reach for this one. Let's go into this golden shade, or I should say the light golden shade, and let's just place you in the inner corner. Even though this swatch like a shadow topper, it really packs a punch on the lids. And what other new releases are out there for the holiday? Let me look at my phone real quick. Oh, Pat McGrath came out with her holiday palette, which I will not be getting that one. I was hoping for a mothership palette just like everybody else was, but this is one of her mega motherships, which the other two that I do have, I don't reach for a lot. So this one is an easy pass for me. I believe Patrick Ta came out with eyeshadow duos, which I won't be getting as well. Let's see if we can make this like a will I buy, get ready with me type of video. Oh, and Natasha Denona came out with a new palette, the Rosha, I don't know how she's pronouncing it. It's the purple palette. I will not be getting that one as well. That one looks similar to like the Lila palette, and it looks more pink than purple. I do like that shade that's in the middle. The swirl of the purple and silver kind of, looks like the Huda Beauty palette that she has. She always has one of those swirl shades in there. I do like the outside packaging. It looks like the gold palette that looks like liquid gold, but this one looks like liquid purple gold, I guess. So yeah, I won't be picking that one up. Dolce & Gabbana is coming out with their holiday collection. I'm looking at that one, the eyeshadow quad, and maybe I might get that one. We'll see about that. I do like it, and I've never tried the Dolce & Gabbana shadows. They're also coming out with a foundation and a primer. And I did try their primer and their foundation or their skin tint, and it wasn't my favorite, so I'm a little hesitant of picking up the new primer and foundation. But the eyeshadow's not bad, so that one's, on the maybe side. Let me just get a wipe here and clean underneath my eyes. There wasn't that much fallout. I just like to get that crisp line there. Yeah, these shadows are so smoothie on the lids. For primers, these are nothing new, and they're both from Chanel. I'll be using the Winter Healthy Glow Moisturizing Primer in the shade Light Copper, and then the Mattifying Primer. So let's go with the Light Copper first, just a little bit. This one did come out, I believe, at the beginning of this year. Gosh, I can't believe we're almost at the end of October. Wow. And it came out with 3 different shades. This one's the deepest of the 3. So it just gives me, a little bit of a glow here that's more like my skin tone. And then let's go into the mattifying primer. This one comes more in a white cream, but doesn't leave any cast on me. And I just kind of pat that where I have my pores here, because those are my oily spots. And for concealer, I'll be using this one from Givenchy. Nothing new, it's just my favorite, in the shade N385. And I'm using the Esom T47 brush that was in collaboration with Sophia C's Beauty. Love this brush for concealer and for foundation. So now let's go into foundation, and it is something new for me, or I should say a new shade, because I have another shade in it. It's by Chanel, and it's the Ultra Latent Velvet Foundation, and I have it in the shade B50. So it's always been a little light, and when I went to Chanel to pick up the cream blushes, they finally had a deeper shade, and so I picked it up in B70. Let me go ahead and swatch both of them for you so you can see the difference. So this one's B50 and this one's B70, so there is a difference. And let me just kind of swatch it down. So yeah, there is a difference. So I'm glad that there is a deeper shade. And in the wintertime, I could probably just mix the two. So I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand here. This is B70. And Maria from Night Star Beauty and Liz from Chicago Law Luxury Makeup, love them. And I sure do hope that y'all are subscribed to their channel. I'll link them down below. But they told me about this foundation, but they didn't have a deeper shade. I think they only had like 3 or 4 shades to choose from. So I picked the one that was kind of closest to me. But when I went to the boutique and I asked, and they said, yeah, we can order it for you. It's like, yes, please. But that is pretty much all that I'm getting from Chanel this year. They're also coming out with their little beauty kits. That's very popular. You know, the one with 3 lip glosses or lipstick and a mascara in this cute little bag. They really do make nice gifts, but I just don't see that you're getting a good deal with it. Let's take, for example, the one with the 3 lip glosses. They're not new shades, they're existing shades, and each lip gloss costs $40. Now, the beauty kit with the bag, that's $128. So you're paying for the lip glosses and the bag. It would have been nice if it was $120 for the 3 of them and you get the bag for free, but no, you're paying $8 more for the bag. I don't know if it's that way with the other gift sets, but when I saw with the lip glosses, like No, that's not a good deal unless you like the bag. But yeah, I won't be picking any of those up as well. So, all right, this is B70. Yeah, this looks a lot better. While I let this set, let's look at some other new releases that are coming out. Lancome is coming out with their holiday collection. I mean, it's nice if you like Lancome, the shadows, but this one with the browns and the blues, not one of my favorites. I'm gonna pass on that, including the lipsticks. Dior's coming out with their holiday collection, the 5-pan eyeshadow palette. They say that it's not as good as the Quince, so I'm not gonna get that one. And then the multi-use palette, that's the one with eyeshadows, blushes, highlighter, bronzer, lipsticks. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one. It does come with a nice packaging though, but not my favorite. Clé de Peau has their holiday collection out in the eyeshadow. I think I have something similar to that in the old format when it was just in a 4-pan palette, 4 of them side by side instead of in a square. So I probably won't use that one. And some highlighters, I do like their luminizers or highlighters or luminizers. Yeah, that's what they're called. And I do use the ones that I have, but I think I'm gonna pass on this one as well. Pretty packaging though. Clé de Peau is pretty good with their packaging. Lisa Eldridge is coming out with some refillable lipsticks. I don't know if I'll pick up any of those. They're $65 US, and I don't know yet if they're existing shades or new shades. But it comes in a refillable package where you can have it engraved if you like. It is pretty, but yeah, I'm gonna be passing on that. And let's not forget about Huda Beauty's new eyeshadow palette, Icy Nude. She did say that this will be her last big palette that she's gonna make, but let's look at this palette. It is icy, it is nude, but to me it's more cool tone. She does have some warm tone shades in here, but those grays and light pinks are just gonna be too ashy for me. My skin tone is more like Huda's, but she knows what she's doing and I don't, so I'm gonna be passing on this one. I wish it would work, but it's just gonna be too ashy for me, and I will miss her big pan palettes. And of course, anything from Tom Ford, I don't even like to talk about them. I'm still sour on that customer service, but anywho, let's go ahead and continue on. Let me go underneath my eyes and grab this brush. This is the one that came with Hermes with their eyeshadow brushes. I think it's just perfect for underneath the eyes. And let's go with the only matte shade and just place you underneath, just very lightly. Now let's go to eyebrows, and I did pick up a couple things for the brows. Let's start with this one from Suku. I didn't get this in time with the Suku winter collection, and this is the setting eyebrow gel in shade 01. I think it only comes in clear, but it comes in a big spoolie, I should say. Well, it has 01 sheer brown, so it's not clear. I thought it was clear. Let me just go ahead and apply this. I need to get my brows done. And this is pretty good in setting my brows. I don't see it much as a tint. Then I found this in my collection. I could not even tell you when I bought this. I know that's bad, but it's by Guerlain. It's the Brow G Brow Pencil in High Precision. And what color did I get it in? 04, dark brown. Let's see what you look like. I'm always look out for a good brow pencil. I'm not the best at doing brows, I will say this. Here's what it looks like. There's no cap to it, so I guess you twist it up. Yeah, you just twist it up. So this one is dark brown. I do like that it is a thin pencil. The color's not bad. What do you think? Is it maybe a little light? I'll play with it some more and see what I think, but so far so good. Now for my liquid liner, Hermes did come out with a new one, and they also came out with eye pencils and lip pencils, which I did pick one of each. But let me just look on the website here, and this is just called the Precision Eyeliner. Comes in one color, black, and it's $68. It's Hermes. I have been using this one for several weeks, and spoiler alert, I do like it. The only thing is that when you get it, it comes in pieces. I hope I have some video here of how it came, but it came with a container and then kind of the tube where the ink is. And then I kind of had to use it to get the ink into the felt tip brush. That took a long time. It made the back of my hand kind of dirty. But after the felt tip, I guess, got saturated, it works really well. I kind of like it. Let me go ahead and show you the felt tip. It's not loose, it's not very firm. And let me just do a couple of swipes here, and this is it. Now, I don't know if they sell the refill by itself, so you can just pop this out and put the new one in. It could be cheaper this way. Let me go ahead and apply this to my top lash line. So you can kind of stamp the outer corner to get that wing liner. And it applies very well. There's no tugging. It's not wet. It dries down pretty quick. There's no bleeding up in my, my textured lids, but I do know that it's $68. I would say that this is kind of on par with the Makeup by Mario. Really do like his liquid liner. And if you're like me and like to use a black liner, this one's not bad. And it pretty much stays. Let me just go into the inner corner a little bit. Barely touch your skin and there's some product there. And I like that it dries down quick and there's no bleeding. But again, this one is $68. But if you want something cheaper, the one by Makeup by Mario, that one's a good one. Now, I don't know how long this will last, but I have been using it for a couple weeks now. Yeah, I really do like it. I like the color. I like how it applies. Okay, I do need to stop or it can get out of control real quick. Now, I also picked up an eye pencil from Hermes. Kind of looks like the poles that they use when they do the horse jumping event. I thought that was pretty neat. But this one's the eye pencil and here's the lip pencil. We'll get into that later. Now the lip pencil, again, this one's expensive. It's $50. And I want to say that there are 24 or 28 shades. I can't remember. But the one I did get is 87 Braun Corset. It's a brown pencil. Now this one is a pencil. It's not like a gel, so it's not very smooth. It's kind of stiff. And that is the brown, the brown shade. Now typically we use this one for the lower lash line and my waterline. I didn't try it for my upper lash line, so I don't know how that would work. But I have a feeling since it's this type of pencil, it will kind of drag. I have to say, this is another one that I've been trying for several weeks. I have to say that when I use it in my waterline, it doesn't move. It doesn't move into the inner corner where it gives me that eye booger, so I give it that. But it's not like Lisa Eldridge or Victoria Beckham's pencils. Those are great. And I believe those are either $32 or $36. I can't remember. Even the one by YSL is nice too. But this one for $50, I'm glad I only got one, but it is nice for the waterline. So let me just go ahead and apply some underneath my lash line. So I just applied it underneath here on this side, nothing on that side, so I don't know if you can see a difference. Let me apply it in my waterline. So here it is in the lower lash line and the waterline. I hope you can see the difference here. I mean, it is quite nice, but $50 is a little too much. And on the other side, it does come with a smudger. Well, let's go ahead and try it. Also picked up a mascara from Byredo. It comes in this funky shaped neon green tube. This is the Astronomical, just your typical black mascara. But he describes this as a volumizing, curling, and thickening astronomical mascara. I always have a hard time saying that. Now I have been using this one also for a couple weeks. But first let me show you the spoolie. It comes in the arch shape. And it has very small bristles. The first time I used it, I really did like how it worked because it just made it look bushy. Didn't give me the length or anything like that, but it just made it look like I had a lot of lashes on my lids. But the more I use it, the more just, I don't know, just not worth it to me. Let me see how much this one cost. Another thing, $50. But I'm not seeing it giving me that bushy effect now. Yeah, this is one coat, so you can kind of see that it's not really giving me what I want. Okay, so now we're at 2 coats up here. Let me add one more. All right, so here is 3 coats, nothing on this side. I would say it's still giving me that bushy effect where it looks like I have a lot of lashes, but it's not giving me the length or the thickness. Let me add one more coat. That would make it 4. Okay, so this is 4 coats and nothing on this side. Can you see a difference? I don't know, I'm not seeing it and I have to kind of use another mascara to give me that length. And also it's kind of cumbersome holding the handle like this. Do like the color of the neon green though. Let's talk about some more new releases. Let's see what we got. Oh, let's talk about the new eyeshadow palette from Makeup by Mario. Now, I didn't pick up his first palette and I probably won't be picking up this one. It's more cool tone, it has that pop of blue in there. That one is another one that I'll pass on. Pretty much a lot of the new products that are coming out, I think I'll just pass on it. Now YSL is coming out with new powder blushes. I believe this one won't come out until January. I believe there's 7 new shades and this one I will be picking 2 or 3 shades. I'm looking at just here for the Beauty 2, her Instagram account, and you can see there are 3 of them here that are matte shades, 2 are satin, and 2 are pearlescent. This one I will be picking up whenever it comes here into the States because I love the YSL powder products. Now Suku's coming out with their holiday collection. It's different from the winter collection. This one has 4 eyeshadows and a blush, either a blush or a highlighter, and 2 new blushes and some lipsticks. I don't know if I'll be picking any of those up. honestly. I think I may pass on that. But the blushes, I don't know. I do love their blushes. I'll wait and see. I'll wait and see on those. Guerlain came out with the new holiday collection. It's the eyeshadow palette with mostly reds and pinks. Packaging is real pretty with the crystal beading there with the eye. I think those shades will not look good on my eyes. I think it would be just too much. So I'm passing on that one. Do like the packaging, but I just don't think it's worth the money for me right now. And 2 new lipsticks. I haven't picked up any of Guerlain's new lipsticks since they redid the cases and the lipsticks, and it's gold now instead of silver. I don't know, when I saw that the cases will not fit the existing lipstick shades that I have, nah, I'm kind of salty about that. And also a new shade in the Meteorites. I believe it's a new shade. Again, pretty packaging. Love the Meteorites, but this one will be just too light for my skin, so another thing that I'll be passing on. And speaking of Byredo, there is a new eyeshadow palette. It's not the big one. It's the little oyster shell shape palette. I believe it's called Transcendent. The shades are pretty. I do like it, but I'm just not a big fan of the eyeshadow palette itself because those pans are really small to get into, especially the ones on the ends. Can't even get my pinky in there, but it's pretty shades, but I think I want to pass on that one as well. And Hermes came out with a new highlighter. Love the first one that they came out with, the gold with the H in the center. This one's more pink, and I think I'm going to pass on that one. Not a big fan of pink highlighters. So I think that's all the new makeup releases, so let me go ahead and do my hair and I'll come back and finish doing my face. Believe it or not, I did not pick up anything new that I haven't showed before in bronzer and blush, or highlighter for that matter. I'm going to use something that I haven't tried in a while, and let's go into this bronzer by Armani, the Luminous Silk Bronzing Powder in the shade 110. This one's very pretty, but I just haven't used it a lot since I got it. Been kind of lazy, but here is shade 110. And I hope that you can see there are some kind of gold particles in there. So it does have a little bit of a luminosity to it. Let me use this one as a bronzer. Yeah, you do need to go a little light-handed with it, but it is a pretty color. And for blush, let me go into the liquid blushes from YSL. These came out a couple months ago and I really do like it. So you can see why I'm excited about the powder blushes that they're coming out with, hopefully in January. But let's go into this shade, number 37. You need just a little bit, but let me just show you what it looks like here. So I could go ahead and grab a brush and just use it from here and apply that. I mean, it is pigmented and it just melts into the skin here. And I want to say that the powder blushes that they're coming out with, it's similar or maybe the same as the shades that they came out with in the liquid blushes. But that's what the pictures look like. And even the numbers, I believe, are the same. But I think they have the liquid and the powder versions of their blushes. Now let's go into powder, and Guerlain came out with their new Pure Gold Skin Powder, the Diamond Micro Powder. Now there are 4 shades in here, and I picked up number 303 Medium, and I did use this, and I probably should have picked up, I think, the deepest one, 04. I thought that would be too deep, but when I got this one, it didn't look like what was in the picture. This looks a little bit light for being medium, but it does come with a puff, whoops, which I don't use, and there is a sifter. It does smell kind of woodsy to me, kind of like sandalwood. Let me look on their website and see. Full name is the Micro Perfection Loose Powder Translucency and Radiance. It has a soft, light texture infused with pure 24 karat gold, and it sets makeup, blurs, and brightens the complexion with an ultra sheer finish. You get 35 grams of product here, so it is a big amount here. You get a lot. So it does say it has 24-hour radiance, 24-hour comfort, and 24-hour perfection. Let me see if I can swatch it, but I don't know, it looks really good on the skin. I've tried this one also for a couple weeks. I mean, here's how it's swatched. So it is light for me, and I don't know if I want to spend, what is it, $95 for a deeper one. But let me just kind of blend it out. Oh yeah, I forgot to look and see what scents are in here, what the notes are. But I don't see if it has the notes. Just smells kind of woodsy to me. So here it is all blurred out. But I kind of do like how it blurs my pores. Okay, so let me go into this side. Yeah, it does have a scent, but it smells woodsy. It's not perfumey. And it does kind of dissipates after a while. So here's one side. But again, I have been using this a couple times, and I do like how it blurs. It's just the color just kind of threw me off in the beginning. But after you blend it out, it looks pretty good, as you can see on this side. What do you think? Let me come up close so you can see. Yeah, it did kind of blur my pores there. All right, now let's go fix this side. Maybe I don't need to go for the deeper one, and I really don't want to spend $95 for another powder. Now for lips. I did pick up several new lip pencils. One of them is, of course, the Hermes one for $50. And I also picked 3 new shades from Chanel, and these are $35. But let me swatch the Hermes one for you first. I did get in the shade Rouge H because I do have the lipstick of the same shade, but I don't think it will work well with this look, so I'm just gonna swatch it on my hand for you. So here's Rouge H lip pencil. And again, it does come in the same type of pencil, that Tough pencil. And I forgot to mention this, it does not come with a pencil sharpener, the lip pencil or the eye pencil. For $50, they should throw that in there. I mean, it cost them, what, 50 cents to make one? Okay, we won't get more into that, but let me show you the lipstick Rouge H and just swatch that next to it so you can kind of see what it would look like. So I think that's a good match for that. But I think this lip will be just a little too bold for this eye look. And I want to say that there are 14 shades in the lip pencil, and I believe a lot of them are corresponding with their famous lipsticks as well. But this is the only one I got because, again, this is $50 each. So let me show you the ones from Chanel. There are 3 new shades in here, and let's start with this one, which is number 202 Beige Campbell. So this is what the pencil looks like. It's a little bit on the creamy side. And on the other side, you do get a lip brush. And this will be the first time I've tried the Chanel lip pencils. So here is, again, number 202, which is, which is a beige shade. Next is Beige Orange, which is, a beigey orange shade. This one right here. And then a deep one, which is Brawn Fondue. And yeah, that is a deep brown shade. That may be a little too deep for me. But let me show you the lipstick that I do have and swatch it and see which one will be better. I couldn't tell you if this is a new shade. I got this one, I believe, maybe a couple months ago. It's the Caring Satin Lipstick. And I should say that's a pretty shade, which is number 15 Nude Self. I don't know if any of those lip pencils will work. But that's pretty. That has a nice consistency there. Well, let me try the Hermes one then. I didn't want to. I wanted to try the Chanel lip pencils, but the lipstick that I have will not match, and I don't think this fondue shade will work. Well, you know what? Let's go for it. Let's try it. Let me just go lightly with it. I'm gonna probably regret it. Yeah, this is deep. Wow, that is deep, isn't it? Okay, let's just use the lip pencil here, or the lip brush. Maybe it wasn't a good idea, was it? Oh my goodness. But the lipstick is very creamy on the lips. I like it, and I like this color too. Well, all right, here is the finished look using some new products that I have. The eyeshadow, love the YSL eyeshadows. I know the colors are boring. We had this many times over. I mean, I could think of the Natasha Denona Gold palette or the Bronze palette, but I'm a little biased here. I love the YSL eyeshadow formula. The brow gel and the brow pencil need some time to, get a feel for it. Again, I'm not really good with brows. But I don't know if I like the color of the pencil or is it the setting brow gel. I'll have to play around with it, but so far so good. The liquid eyeliner and the eye pencil from Hermes, I don't know, I kind of like them. I know they're expensive, and I know the pencils is not, the YouTube favorite, but I do like it in the waterline. It doesn't move, and it pretty much has good pigmentation. I don't like that it's a pencil, it's not a gel, so probably won't work for the upper lash line. It will probably drag my skin. But for the lower lash line and the waterline, it's not bad, but I do have others that I like a lot better. The one from, of course, Lisa Eldridge, Victoria Beckham, and the YSL pencils. The liquid liner, I do like it. I do like it. And I do hope that this lasts for months. Of course, I like the one from Makeup by Mario. I think the one by Dolce & Gabbana, that's good. I love the one from Tom Ford, but again, I'm still salty with that. And I have one more left that I just didn't open up that I bought over a year ago. I've been just trying new ones, so I haven't opened it up yet. But this one's not bad. The foundation, I do love the foundation, but I kind of like this new shade. It's more my skin tone. And let's see what else. The mascara, not my favorite. I did like in the beginning, but I just don't see it giving me the length and the thickness for my lashes. I do like that it gives me the bushiness, but not the length. And the shape of the tube, I mean, it's different, catchy. I don't know, it's kind of cumbersome when you hold it to do your lashes. Do you like the green bottle though? You can always see it in your drawer. The powder, I kind of like it. Even though I thought it'd be a little bit light, even though it's 03, I do like its blurring abilities, and it doesn't look powdery, doesn't look cakey. The lip pencils, I like the shades, but this one, the fondue, that's a little dark. But it kind of worked if you go light-handed and just blend it out. And the lipstick, I like the formula. I love how creamy it is on the lips. And I do like this color, 15. And I kind of like the impromptu will I buy it, some of the new releases that are coming out. I didn't go real in depth with it because, you know, I'm doing my makeup. And there's probably more that I just didn't cover in this video. But you kind of get the gist that pretty much not going to be getting any more, or not a lot of products sets that are coming out for this year. Well, alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video of me trying new products and talking about some of the new releases that are coming out. Something different. So if you liked and enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this, and you'll have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.